Hi everyone, I made a smallish steam engine and I'm just putting down the sizes so that people can see what I've done. Okay, so we're going to start with the block, the cylinder which I made, and this turned out really rubbish, and because I used a little pin in there to push it in to mark where the next hole goes, it's stuck in there and I had to scrap this. Basically this was rubbish as well, so I scrapped this one. This was 1 inch. Hang on, this is a bit more than 1 inch I used, about 1¼ inches, but it is 5/8 by 5/8 block, so that was rubbish. So I made another one, and this was a smaller one anyway. So this is about 1 inch length and 5/8 by 5/8. This hole is about 2 millimeter. Now I'm using inch millimeter here and there because I'm just going by what I know, so please forgive me for that. So this is 2 millimeter hole, and I'm putting down I'm showing the sizes here what I did. So it's 5/8 by 5/8, 2 millimeter hole. The hole is from the end to there, it is 3/16, and from this hole to center of this is 5/16, and this is actually M3 pin, and it's a 2 millimeter hole. Okay, so from the end to there is half an inch, I think. Let me just check that. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it is ½ inch. So from the end of that to this is ½ inch, and from there to there is 3/16. So that's what I made. Now the cylinder bore is 8 millimeter hole, so it's 8 millimeter hole in there because I had a pin that would fit nicely in there. The piston, should I say. This is the piston, it would fit nicely in there like that. So that's 8 mil. But what I've done, as you can see, I put it to the side so that I can put these in a nice bit further in, and so stuff like that. Okay, the depth obviously go as far as you possibly can to the edge without going through there, and then obviously you drill a hole through there. That's why that is that far inside. The piston here I have done is in brass, and it is 7.91. Basically it's 8 millimeter, which goes nicely in there indeed. Okay, and from the end of there to the end of this is about 1½ inches, but the hole, as you can see, there's 2 holes there. I used the inner hole there, and that is about 1 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so the piston itself is 1/4 inch, and obviously a total diameter. So that's the piston, brass. I didn't put nice little something there, just flattened it, drill a hole there. I was lazy. Okay, the base then, that's the base. I went along as I did, made up things as I went. I didn't really organize it, so I'm going to make it this length and this width. But I got this one here, base, which is 1/4 inch thick, right? It's mild steel as far as I know. 1/4 inch thick. The base length is 3½ It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. I could have made it smaller. The height is 2 3/4 from the top there to down there. It's 2 3/4, guys. 2 3/4, and the width is 5/8. Sorry, the width is 3/4. Let me just check that. The width is 3/4. Okay, and that's the base. The hole, which I didn't measure, I'm going to show you now. As you can see, I did mess it up a bit, because I tried here, tried there, etc. everywhere. But the hole from there to there, is 1 3/8. Means that this will go inside that one, and so 1 3/8 from there. This hole is 3mm, as far as I know. So we're going to check out this here now. Okay guys, so originally I had a machinist make this for me because I haven't got a lathe, as it were. So I told him to make it like that, but I was wrong. So I cut that piece off, this one, and I drilled a hole in there and put an M3 grub screw in there. This width is 2mm. So that's a 2mm thickness there. This one should be 3mm, 2.98. It's a 3mm. This is 3mm. The bearing, I bought the bearings from internet, obviously. 3mm hole, and should be 6mm across, which is 5.98. That's what I measure the bearings to. Should be about 6mm, which is fine. So that's the bearing. The width of this is 3/16 width, and the diameter, which I didn't get you, the diameter is 3/4 inch diameter. So that's that. What I did do is I put 2 bearings in. I did put 1 bearing in and it didn't work very good, so I put 2 bearings in here. Oops, a bit of the bearings fallen out, and did it that way. I put a washer there as well, so then that would fit nicely in there. And the other bearings would go on along here. In a minute I shall put that in, but let's just talk about this one here, which is my drawing there. This is 5/8, and obviously this is 1 inch, and the grub screw is M3 again, so this is just a little bit of a set out, but that's fine. The hole is still 3mm hole, so that would go into this thing. But what I found is, I had it on like this, guys, but what I found this way is better. It seems to do a little bit more better than the other way. So if I put a washer in there, push the bearing in, there you go. There you go. So I just tighten that. That is already tight, I think. Tighten this one. I don't wanna have it too tight on this. Just a little bit loose. That's good. The bearings do make a lot of difference, to be honest with you. Okay, what else have I not told you about? I think that's it then, really. Of course, if I've forgotten something, please do comment on it. What I did, I put this in here like this, with the it's a bit fiddly, guys, with this, that into that hole, and then I put it into this hole. Okay, after a lot of messing about, got that on. Okay, now obviously I put to one side here like this, there, and then I marked the hole there. What I did, I put a little pin in there to mark where the hole was, hit it, took it out, drilled a hole, then put a pin in there, and I pushed this to this side, tapped it a bit to mark another hole, and that's how I did the hole. On one side I put a little tube in there. The hole is the other one here. Just about see it. Don't hit it black. There's the hole, the other one. As you can see, yeah. And So then I had this spring which fits nicely on the M3. Before I was using the M4 bolts, and it was really hard to put this particular spring on. I would advise you to use M3 or even M2 if you can. M3 works fine. I already oiled it before. Okay, so that is it. Makes this clackety noise, but there you go. This is me blowing. It's me blowing the tube from this end here. So that's blowing it, but I'm going to put a pump on it now. Here's a pump, just a little pump like this, okay? So if I put it sideways a little bit.